Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news. In a recent tweet, Renato Moicano has called out Paddy Pimblet for a fight at UFC London next year. Renato tweeted, "Kamaru is hurt. The fight to make in London is Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal, and the co-main event, Moicano versus Paddy Pimblet, ATT versus London." What do you guys think about Renato's tweets? Does Jorge Masvidal deserve a shot at the belt before Colby Covington? And what do you think about Renato versus Pimblet? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Sean O'Malley turned down an invitation to attend a birthday party for Khamzat Chimaev's son. Here's what O'Malley had to say.
When Justin Gaethje and Cejudo.
Yep, that's the one I was going to
That was the one you were invited to?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because they're kind of facing a little backlash.
I've heard. So, because the reason we never really ended up going is because we were saying, like, who is this for?
Yeah.
And we didn't really get an answer. So I'm like,
It's a little sketchy.
Emron, I'd listen to Emron's advice, and Emron was like, hey, I don't have a good feeling about this. Let's not move forward with that. So obviously Henry's gonna take the money. He's literally probably made $1 million in his whole career fighting, so he's probably broke. Needs to get to Russia. They went over to the Chechnya,
yeah.
and the guy is like a murderer, basically the top dog.
Yeah, I think he's
like best friends with Putin.
Yeah,
he's like not a good person, and that's who they went there to his kid's birthday party.
Colby Covington predicts he will send Khamzat Chimaev to the hospital if the pair ever face off inside the octagon. Here's what Colby had to say in a recent interview. "The media loves to rush these kids, and these hype jobs over there in his country, wherever he's from. I'm open to that fight. I love doing good business for the UFC, take some time off his life, and send him for a hospital trip. It would be an honor to beat whoever they want me to beat, and if that's the name they put in front of me, I can promise you, I'm going to train extremely hard, and I'm going to show a new skill set that the world hasn't seen yet. You kind of see that from me every fight. I get better every fight, I add new layers to my game, so whoever they try to match me up with, they'll see a new layer to my game." Chael Sonnen has some kind words for Sean Strickland in a recent YouTube video.
Sean Strickland does not make things particularly easy on old Chael, right? I just want you guys to meet him. I really do. I really do. Even just in passing, I hope you see him and you're not intimidated, right? He's one of the guys that would intimidate you from coming up and saying hello. I hope you go and say hello. Strickland is not only not crazy, okay? Strickland's not only a decent guy, Strickland's a gentleman. That's not a word that you can just throw around. You want to be one yourself. But it's not one you can use. I put him as far as he's respectful. He's soft-spoken. I mean, I'm just sharing for you, the Strickland that you're seeing, right? I would never come out and bust a guy's gimmick, ever, particularly one that's working this well. He just got starched, and he's returning to a main event on the worldwide leader of ESPN, right? I mean, like, things are going very well for Sean Strickland. But there's a level of crazy that goes too far, and he went to sink his teeth into the I'm crazy market.
Terrence McKinney recently complimented the chin of Paddy Pimblet and spoke about his desire to fight him in the near future. Here's the clip.
Paddy the Baddy Pimblet, he got that over Jared Gordon. Everyone's calling that bullocks. A little controversy with that decision.
Yeah, man, I like the way he defends the punches with his chin, man. The dude's incredible. Incredible. Look how powerful that chin is, man. I think it probably hurt Jared's fist.
It's a strong chin Paddy the Baddy's got.
Straight up. I have to give him his credit, man. He's excellent at taking punches, very skilled.
And we know you want to get in that sweepstakes of fighting him next, yeah?
Yes, man. I think the clash has to happen, you guys. 2023, Terrence McKinney versus Paddy the Saddy after I whoop his ass.
Paddy the Saddy, how creative of you.
Smooth. Like the smoke.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith discuss what's next for Darren Till following his recent loss to Dricus du Plessis. Here's what the pair had to say.
He was very lean coming into this. He looked in the best shape of his life. I think going forward, if you're staying at 185, he needs to bulk up. He needs to go on a serious strength and conditioning routine. I would like to see him, but even Dricus said on the fight presser, he said he wasn't strong enough. I could feel it. So I think that was one of them, one of the issues, overtrained. I feel like he wasn't strong enough. The takedown defense wasn't there. And I feel like he was second guessing everything in there because of the losses.
Which is the biggest problem, is the second guessing himself. And you're right, I've been there, you've been there. What does he do now? He's got to, and he's not going to want to, but he's going to have to back way up, and he's going to have to give someone way down in the rankings an opportunity, which he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to do that because he wants to continue to climb. He wants to He wants to swing for the fences and get his spot back and look ahead. But I think the best case scenario for him is to drop way down and give one of these up and comers, these young guys, these unknowns, give them an opportunity to face a big name guy that holds a decent spot in the rankings, and hope that you can use that step down in competition as an opportunity to get your mojo back.
Leon Edwards discusses a potential Khamzat Chimaev fight in a recent interview. That's just the way the sport's going. It's all about Instagram and social media and hype. I truly believe he's going to be shocked when he gets in there with me. He's got like 1 good win, 2 good wins, and they push him straight to the top. You don't give them time to build a career, to learn stuff and grow, you know what I mean? I understand his cockiness, but this is a totally different game, and I cannot wait to show him. I've fought championship rounds before, I've trained for championship rounds before, and I'm a veteran in the game. I've been through every scenario there is to go through in a fight. Man, I've been down on the scorecards and I've come back to win. I've been dropped in a big fight before I came back to win. I always find a way to win, and that's why I'm going in there with confidence, knowing that I can win under any circumstances. Let's see how Khamzat does when the fight's not going his way. Let's see how he does when he's getting taken down, when he's on his back foot. Because he's a very good front foot fighter, let's see how he deals with it when it's not going his way. Daniel Cormier discusses a wild sparring story that happened between Aljamain Sterling and Raul Rosa. Here's the clip.
Aljo then responds, talks about a time where he trained with Raul Rosa Jr., went in there as the champ, was like, hey, I'm going to be light today. Rosas is going really hard, started patting him on the head in the grappling session. Aljo then says he looks to the side. Rosas' dad is filming the session.
Yeah.
So he was talking about the kids' training etiquette. Raul Rosas Jr. out of line Chris Weidman, or is Raul Rosas Jr. so young that he doesn't really know the way the game is played?
Listen, Raul Rosas Jr., I'm just going to applaud him to start off this conversation, because what he's been able to do at 18 years old, I can't even imagine being able to do. So props to him. He went out there. He's looked great. He got a finish in his first MMA, his first UFC debut, which, we talked about the UFC jitters with him before the fight. He didn't even know what jitters meant. We had to explain to him it was,
maybe
nerves and stuff like that.
Well, maybe you should stay in school. If you don't know what jitters mean, then maybe you should stay in
That's
school.
a big boy world. That's a big boy word. You know what I mean? But let's not lose sight. The guy he fought was Jake Perrin. He didn't win one UFC fight.
BKFC president David Feldman joined the Schmo to discuss the possibility of Nate Diaz joining the organization.
Absolutely. I mean, look, man, if we want to be the biggest and the baddest and the best promotion out there, we have to go after the biggest and baddest and best fighters that are on the planet. And that's what we're doing. We have the funding for it now. We're in great shape to do what we need to do. And that's why I feel 2 years from today, we're the #2 combat sport promotion in the world.
What about Nate Diaz, though? Do you think he wants to step inside the square circle? Where have those talks been?
Talks are great with Nate Diaz. We'll see what happens. We're going to have an answer here in the next week or two. But great talks with his management team. The offer is a very, very legitimate, good offer for him. I think better than he's got anywhere else. So I'm not saying he's definitely coming, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see some of his blood on this canvas one day.
What do you guys think about this? Will we see Nate fight in the BKFC anytime soon? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.